Welcome to my creative critical reflection, aka my magazine breakdown. Question 1. How does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? When I first started researching what type of magazine I like to create, the theme that stood out to me most was animals. People are always rather curious about animals, and after a quick poll from my classmates, my mind was set on an animal magazine. But I wanted it to stand out from the rest, and this is when I decided I would make my magazine on rare animals. With this in mind, my Exotic Pets magazine follows traditional conventions and truly looks like a magazine you would see at a store. Though it follows conventions, it does have bright colors and unique fonts to help display the rarity of the animals displayed in the magazine. I chose to do my magazine on peculiar pets to help the few people that actually choose to have these animals as pets, and to highlight how, like animals, every person and their characteristics are unique. With all of this in mind, I began to research palettes and fonts to use on my magazine. Question 2. How does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? Regarding audience engagement, I wanted to make sure I made a magazine that would appeal to both my target audience and anyone who would come upon it. For this, I researched popular animal magazines and took note of what made them so popular. I then went and researched popular animal magazine templates to compare the two and find what I would like to use in my magazine. Combining all these details, I came up with my cover, table of contents, and duck spread pages. My product piques the interest of those looking to home animals that normally wouldn't be considered pets, allowing them a source of intel on how to care for their new buddy. Since these animals aren't normally considered man's best friend, it also catches the eye of others that aren't looking to domesticate these animals, as the idea is so strange, possibly even convincing them that the idea of a rare pet isn't so rare. The Rare Pets magazine would be displayed in pet stores around the world and in local groceries so that it is easily accessible. Additionally, it would have an electronic copy to reach the new generation that views everything online. Question 3. How did your production skills develop throughout this project? I chose to have my main piece in my magazine be on ducks. I find them cute and had recently adopted a few pet ducks myself. I used them as my muse and spent a few hours following them around and capturing moments for my magazine. During this project, I learned to use my camera in a new way. When I completed my photo shoots, I tried all sorts of new techniques with my camera, figuring out all the features my camera truly had and how I could use it to benefit the quality of my photography. Additionally, I learned how to better edit my photos. From lighting to hues, I experimented along the way and found what best fit my aesthetic. This allowed me to create good photos for my magazine and greatly improve the quality of my project, allowing me to use this project as a way to gain new knowledge and better understand the way magazine photographers take the pictures that become so popular. While completing the editing for my project, I came along this one photo. I love how both ducks are illustrated in this photo and how you can even see the droplets of water next to its face. It allows you to see their unique patterns and just how special they are. You can see their environment and how they live and what gives them joy in the world. This allows people reading the magazine to see how the ducks thrive and make them think how ducks can fit in their life. As one of my favorite photos, I then realized that this photo must play a giant role in my magazine and that it will be a central focus in my spread. Question 4. How did you integrate technology, software, hardware, and online in this project? While working on this project, I use applications such as Canva to help me create my cover, table of contents, and spread. I found this app to be the most user-friendly and that made it a lot easier to understand. I took ideas from my research and began to experiment with them on Canva, uploading my photos and trying different fonts and styles till I was able to create the magazine I had envisioned. Canva allowed me to not only put the pieces together but better edit my photos in the process. I took full advantage of the tools Canva supplied and tried each and every one to find what I liked best. After a long while, I came up with my cover. I made sure to highlight the animal and highlight what I want my magazine to represent, representing the rare pets and just how unique they are. Another great resource was EduBlogs. Not only did I learn how to create a blog, I also had the advantage of the organization it gave me. Learning to make a blog was one thing. I never knew how beneficial it could be. The blog allowed me to organize my thoughts and prepare my magazine in the best way possible. It was almost like a map along the way, pacing the success of my project. All in all, throughout this project, I learned how to create a blog and better manage tools like Canva, Procreate, and Effects. I use these apps often, but I've never needed to use them in this aspect. This project allowed me to expand my knowledge on the technological aspect of blogs and better understand how to use these tools to create what I brought up in my mind.